Without a doubt, Titan Quest II is going to be a great game, but despite this, it is possible that some things that its predecessor had and were important and integral parts of it will not be seen in Titan Quest II. With the arrival of the second chapter, one of the things that surprises many of the community, to a greater extent at least, it is that there is no thematic change at all in the landscapes or in the environment as in most games of the genre, including Titan Quest I. The transition to different morphologies and areas of the world shows the players the belief that he is participating in something quite big, and most importantly, it does not tire the player in the eye. So we do not have this characteristic in Titan Quest II, since the two chapters are morphologically identical. One of the most innovative elements in an action role-play game was in Titan Quest, where when you killed an opponent, you took their loot. It was the most natural thing that could happen based on reality. But first, Titan Quest was able to show it, and later, Grim Dawn also incorporated. Each enemy had the ability to drop their equipment while you killed them. On the other hand, Titan Quest II doesn't follow in the footsteps of the first, and so the loot has nothing to do with the equipment of the masters you face. It follows the safe path of most games of the genre. Speaking of loot, one of the most important points of Titan Quest I was its vast and beautiful collection of sets, something that we may not see again in Titan Quest II. I personally find the boss battles in the second title of the franchise exciting, but so far Titan Quest I is superior in terms of the number of bosses in both its first two chapters compared to Titan Quest II. Personally, I was felt with a bad impression that they almost reused the first boss of the first act with minimal changes and with similar mechanisms at the beginning of the second act. This indicates a lack of imagination and it's not a good sign. In Titan Quest I, we only had a similar case in the reconstruction of the Typhon, but it was nicely given by the story and the sprite looked completely different from the original. Speaking of bosses, the worst part is the variety and the interaction with the rest of the game's enemies, which are minimal and don't have the breadth of the first title. There were several types of monsters that had their own place in each character's UI. Specifically, you didn't know in every corner of the first Titan Quest what would you face from area to area, while in the first two chapters of Titan Quest II, you are tired of meeting Ichthyans and crabs. In a Greek mythology, with centaurs, satyrs, cyclops, minotaurs, it's unfair that the first two chapters of the game are one-dimensional in terms of enemies. It's nice to see the character customization options that Titan Quest II will soon show us compared to the modest options we have in the first one. But despite this, I will still seem like a heretic and emphasize that the real legacy of the first title was the options with the modding workshop that the first title provided as a gift. It took the game off the ground and provided with incredible gameplay variety, experimentation, and fun.